Um, Emphasis on the people. What's actually meant by that in business? Because there's two ways of looking at it, and you guys have covered it, one side of it really well. I want to look at it from the other side of the coin because um, over the years I've dealt with an awful lot of presidents, vice presidents, COOs, CEOs, managing directors, etc. And 99.9% of those are interested in one thing for their company, one thing, and that's profit. They're not interested in the employees. Some have um, you know, do have an interest for them, but it's all about the cash. Most of the large companies offer shares within their uh, um, within their company, and these are offered out into the marketplace because you can raise an awful lot of money and get to the next level and the next level and the next level, etc. If you've got a private company, you can't do that. But then, what is the benefit of having a private company as opposed to a company with shareholders? Well, ultimately, the shareholders are after a bit of that. So it's in the company's interest to make profit, make profit, make profit. That's all they're interested in, make profit. We can pay dividends to the shareholders. We can do all this. Yeah. But as I said, the vast majority of the very large companies are only interested in that. They have no interest in anything else. So I'm going to give you an example. I know that Amazon, a lot of the guys that work in the warehouses are on minimum wage. Why? Why are they on minimum wage? When you've got some guy sitting there on 200 billion. Is that really necessary? No, absolutely not. So I like the idea of being able to um, give back, to provide value for money, provide an opportunity for customers to actually get what they paid for. Things that work, things that do exactly as it says on the tin. But more importantly, pay a value for money for it rather than profit, profit, profit. Again, I'm going to give you an example. We had a video conferencing platform some while ago, as you guys know. Zoom charges $6,500 a month for 10,000 attendees. And we all know, and I love Colin's analogy here, all the add-ons, they're trying to add bits and pieces onto this thing, and sooner or later, you can't put too many, or you can't build on a two-story foundation. You certainly can't build a skyscraper. So sooner or later, this thing's going to collapse. But in the meantime, $6,500 a month for 10,000 attendees. What was ours, guys? 125. 125, a fraction of the cost. Not only that, but when you actually look at the other side of the coin again and say, well, um, he's going to give half of that back in commissions. Wow. Is he actually making any money? Well, he must be, because at the end of the day, if he wasn't, then the company wouldn't be able to survive. And the planning that's gone into this going forward has to ensure that that's going to be the case. So, you've got a company who not only thinks about the employees, And again, a nice point that I want to raise here. Obviously, we all know about what's gone on in the past. We've had some unscrupulous people trying to steal from us, trying to close the company down. Didn't work. But in the meantime, the proverbial hit the fan, as it were. And there's been a lot of um, bad press, should we say? And yet we've had experts in their field go join him. What does that tell you? What does that tell? That tells me an awful lot.